I was an inaugural monologue storyteller, and I'm excited to have a conversation and welcome these two sisters into the Brown Mama Monologue family. We're going to get started right away. Um, First and foremost, I want to allow the two of you to introduce yourselves. I think we do the best at introducing ourselves. So please tell us who you are, where you're from, and just a little bit about you and your mamahood journey. Janelle, you can kick us off.
Okay. Well, my name is Janelle. I'm from Detroit, born and raised West Side, and I'm a mother of five children aged 18 to 27, a grandmother of one, and I have two grandchildren on the way. So, motherhood has definitely been a very full journey for me. I became a mom at 16, so there have been lots of twists and turns, and it has been the best adventure of my life.
Wow. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
yes. And I'm Crystal, also known as Queen C. I am also born and raised in Detroit. Spent a little time down south, but back here in the D, on the west side as well. I am a mother of two. I have a 13-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. Began motherhood in college after a very rough childhood. It's been actually very delightful, very rewarding to now be able to live out a lot of the things that I wasn't able to do as a child. So have a really close bond with my kids. So it's been really awesome.
That's beautiful. So I'm curious, you both said you're from the west side of the D. Did y'all know each other prior to auditioning for the
Mm,
No,
no, not at all.
not at all. Nope. And we're actually not even that far from each other. So we probably live, we found out maybe about 10, 15 minutes away from
Yeah,
each other.
maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
wow. Wow. This is like a double way for y'all to connect. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yes.
Mhm.
So Crystal, can you tell us a little bit about, without giving away the fullness of your monologue, can you tell us a little bit about what your monologue, what you'll be sharing?
Yes, my monologue is about overcoming childhood abuse, my mind and my body, um, by someone I was supposed to be able to trust wholeheartedly. Um, what that looked like, my monologue is very raw. I'm finally actually having emotion about it and expressing it. It's also takes you through some moments of despair and also what that looks like becoming a mother and all of that. And how I triumphed over it, persevered through it, overcame, and um, provide some motivation for people. Yeah.
Thank you for being courageous enough to share your story. Listen, I can tell you, you do not look like what you've grown through. That's for sure.
That's a blessing. That's all I can say. I can only get that to God. That's a blessing. It really
Absolutely,
is. Yes.
absolutely. What about you, Janelle? What's your monologue going to be about?
Well, I became a mother very early and a wife very early, and then I became a single mother. And it's about my journey and realizing the importance of presence in parenting because, culture will have us so full throttle out here going and we can just cross off tasks on our list. And it's about really becoming present in parenting and not just focusing on the end goal, but enjoying the journey.
Yes, which can definitely be a challenge. Like you said, life moves really fast, and so it's important. I'm sure you'll give us some tips and tools and reminders
Yes.
how to remain present and know when you're not.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we were chatting a little bit about this backstage, but I want you to share with your audience, right? Like in Pittsburgh, everybody knows about the Brown Mama monologues. Everybody looks forward to it, but you're from Detroit. So it's like, how did you find out about the monologues? How did you become interested in participating? What was the journey?
Um, if I may start, like I was saying
Yep.
backstage, I feel like our phones listen to us because I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation talking about how I wanted to start writing monologues. I had started writing my book and all of that. I'm like, I just want to start writing monologues or maybe have like a talk show or, something like that. And went to church. Pastor was like, when there's an open door, you step through it. Don't you turn back, And that evening I got on Facebook and it just popped up. Brown Mama's monologues information session. And I was like, I'm telling you, this phone is listening to me.
Alignment. That's alignment.
I
So
know
you had
everything.
never heard of the monologue prior to seeing that banner?
Never. I never
Wow.
knew anything about it. Mm-mm. Nope.
What
So
about you, Janelle?
Yeah, similar. I saw it on Facebook banner as well. I've done a lot of work with our Economic Justice Alliance here in Michigan and with a nonprofit called Mothering Justice that's about reproductive rights. So when it popped up, Brown Mamas, I'm like, oh, this must be something to do with, social justice work. Let me check it out. And when I saw that it was a opportunity about for auditioning and performing, I said, well, let me try this. I was a member of Toastmasters and I've been writing poetry and performing spoken word. So it was all in alignment with everything that I do. And I work with women in ministry and in healing. So once I went to the informational system session, I was all for it.
mhm.
So let's talk about that a little bit because, like I said, I'm a storyteller at heart. I'm an author, and I help other women tell their stories, from the monologues to writing a book and other places. And you both said that you do spoken word. Janelle, you're saying that you do ministry work with women and talking about healing. When you get into the journey of preparing to share your monologue, there is a lot that comes with it, right? There's some actual healing that happens in the process of writing and then beginning to share your monologue. Can you talk a little bit about your experience and the journey leading up to May 6th to prepare yourself to be able to bring it to the audience fully?
Which one of us would you like to go first? Because I'm sure we
You
both
can
have a
start
lot
first.
to share.
You can go first. It's fine.
Okay. The process behind our preparation has been one of the most empowering, beautiful. It's almost like carrying a child in a way.
Mm,
The preparation, each session, each rehearsal is not just us practicing, it is healing and very therapeutic. And when I first started writing my monologue, it was more like me telling a story about someone else.
yes.
And throughout the process, it has allowed me to be very present and to heal from a lot of the things that have happened in the past. And that was very unexpected. We've done guided meditation, journaling, interplay therapy, sound bowl therapy, just growing and building a bond with each other where we have that safe space to really be vulnerable and fully exposed, which allows such just an amazing process. So I'm so grateful for every step of it.
Good, good. What about you,
Absolutely.
Crystal?
I agree 100% with Janelle. It has been a complete healing process. Like, um, initially starting about my talking about my past, I would be what I would say stoic. It's like just telling a story about what
Mhm.
happened, you know. And this process has caused me to really dig deep into my emotions, how I feel, and being able to really regulate those feelings. Having this like really safe space to be able to do it has been like soul searching for me, you know. And in the end, I've learned a lot about myself now, who I really am, you know, what I've overcome. I've learned to give myself more grace and have mercy and to give myself more kudos for, you know, how far I've come. Um, it's just opened me up to just having more courage, you know, like I'm not afraid, you know. So just having everyone around and like Janelle said, those guided meditation sessions, us having the transformational play sessions. I mean, it feels awkward, but it's really releasing a lot of, you know,
Mhm.
bottled up energy that's inside of us and being
Yes.
safe in doing so. It's just been a complete like growing process for me, you know.
Yes, I can imagine. And we had a great experience as well. And of course, every year the experience is enhanced. So some of the things that you're sharing, we didn't do. And I'm curious. I know I learned a lot about myself along the way. Crystal, you talked about learning a lot about yourself. What are some of the things that you learned about yourself during the process?
I learned that I'm strong. I learned that I'm strong. I learned that I'm courageous. I learned that everything that I went through really truly is not in vain, like um, there's a purpose, behind everything. And
Yeah.
I learned that in sharing it, it is touching many people's lives, which makes me want to even open up more. Um, I've learned to be vulnerable, you know. So just a lot of internal things, I've grown in. Yeah.
Yes. What about you, Janelle? I'm sure there's a lot of overlap there.
Yes. For me, it really helped me to be honest, be comfortable with being very honest about my story, about with myself and with others. The level of vulnerability among our group really gave me permission to be free about who I am and what I've been through. There's a lot of pressure in our culture as a whole to make it look
Yeah.
like everything is okay.
Mhm.
And this experience has helped remove so much of that pressure for me. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Real is better than perfect any day. So that's
Yeah.
an invaluable lesson that I'll take with me.
I
Absolutely.
agree with that 100%. And that was in large part what my monologue was about, being honest and telling the truth and being able to tell the truth to yourself so that you can tell it to your children
Mhm.
and going against the grain and doing that. So, again, I commend you both for pressing through because there are days when it's like, am I really going to do this? You know, right? You
Yes.
have those moments where you're like, I'm going to get on stage, I'm going to be online, and I'm really going to do this.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
people are going to be able to watch it over and over again and
Yeah.
Yes,
for years
yes,
to come. So,
yes.
I'm going through that right now. I'm like, okay, we got a couple of weeks and this is real. You're about to do this.
Yes.
Yes, but that is the beauty of it, that, like you
Yeah,
said, it will be able to impact people and help people and support other moms for years and years and perhaps generations to come. I'm
absolutely.
a firm believer that once you make peace with your truth, nobody can weaponize it against you. And so through this journey, I'm sure you've both been able to do that. And now you're free
Yes.
and free
Yes.
to
Yes.
support
Yeah.
others, which is
Yeah.
beautiful. So tell me, what are you most looking forward to, as it relates to the actual showcase?
I'm looking forward to it all, really. I'm looking forward to the setting. I'm looking forward to getting dressed. I'm looking forward to it all, really. Looking forward to seeing familiar faces, to seeing people's faces. I'm just I'm just excited about it all. But really, more than anything, I'm just very hopeful that it my story touches at least one woman, one mother, one person in that audience, that it would dynamically change their lives and their perspective. Like, that's really what I'm looking forward to the most. And I know it will. I know it will.
I'm telling you, the Brown Mama Monologues is definitely like going to church, going to school, going to Big Mama's house, and getting that wisdom. Like it's all of those things. So,
Yeah,
so rest. I can guarantee you, it's going to impact more than one. And as Black women and Black mothers, when we learn something, we share it with the village. So, this decision that you've made is going to impact so many lives, for sure. Janelle, what you most looking forward to?
I am looking forward to see all my sisters dressed up. So,
Yeah,
and just everything that we have been working together on come to fruition. And I'm hoping really bless people and lead them towards acceptance and freedom to make space for other things. We hold on to so many things so tightly. We hold on to our stories. We feel alone a lot of times as mothers. um, feeling like we're not enough or feeling overwhelmed and feeling like nobody else can possibly understand or has gone through. And there's power in knowing that we are a part of many and not just on our own. Even if we don't hear it all the time, it's a night to
Yeah.
share, and not just motherhood, but womanhood in general.
Mhm.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
I can tell you from my experience that you will be lighter when you leave the stage. A lot of times our journeys have a bit of heaviness that come with them. And even once we've made peace with them, there's some heaviness, right? When you leave that stage, there will be some weight that you leave on that stage. You'll be lighter. You'll feel a lot, you'll move a lot easier. And then it'll be an adrenaline rush because then you're going to watch your sisters go through that transformation and literally see them become lighter. And the other thing is the fans are going to be all over y'all. Like the DMs and the hugs and the just the genuine love and support. It's overwhelming, but again, you'll be lighter, so you have the space to now really take it in. And so I just encourage you to just be open to all that's going to come because it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I'm excited to hear your stories. I cannot wait. You both said you do spoken word. I'm sure that all of the mamas that are here with us this evening would love to hear a little something. So no pressure, but if you have something to share, please do. We're here for it. Go
You
ahead,
have
Queen.
anything ready? So
Go ahead.
All right. So I have a book here that I just published titled My Crown Thrown into a Narcissistic Pit. So
Ooh,
I'm going to share, I know, right? That title alone, I should pause there. My
a
Crown
narcissistic pit.
Thrown into a Narcissistic Pit.
Mm,
So I'm going to share a poem called Invigorating. Dueled by his rejection, his absence, I stand still and I wait. I wait to be ignited, sharpened, to invigorate. Sensations of heat on my breast, pressure of my nipples, squeezing in his hands. Oh, how I want to be reignited with chills in my body, down my spine. I ignite to this unfamiliar touch. I ignite inside. Sought and wanted, my heart races as unfamiliar sharpens absentee's rejection, creaming wet to his warming sensation. Oh, no more settling for his rejection, for his absence, letting unfamiliar in his baby, I want you in, his baby, I need you in, letting unfamiliar in, telling rejection never again, invigoration, not with him.
mm. Thank you for sharing. Where can we find that book?
Oh, you can find it on my website at queenseedpoetryandmelodies.com, as you see on the screen, just all together, .com. And you can order it there for $20 for a copy.
Thank you for
Oh,
sharing.
thank
Janelle, I
you.
see you got something over there to share.
I am looking okay. So yeah, dug in my archives a little bit.
Yeah.
Ready? Black man, they lied to you. You are not an option, an afterthought, or an inconvenience. If half of you have no father and a quarter were shown how to beat, cheat, lie, steal, and procreate, all with the same reckless abandon, then it makes sense that you feel that you're not a need, but a want.
Mm,
Black man, they lied to you. You are not an accessory, you are a necessity. You are needed for your intelligence, your inner strength, your insight, your kisses on the back of your woman's neck because she's needing you. Your bullshit is optional, your presence is not. Black man, we're needing you. Yes, I said I hate you, don't need you, can make it without you. I can also walk a mile with one leg, but who does that by choice? And yet, we teach our daughters to prepare for the day he leaves you. Education is important, Don't rely on no man for nothing. Marry him and have babies, but be prepared because he's
Mm.
leaving. Black girl, they lied to you when they told you that all men, starting with your daddy, are worthless, that
Mm.
it's all right to belittle, berate, withhold your loving from him, then call him typical when he leaves. Black man, the truth is, you are our foundation, God's image personified, our leader, our hope, confidence, and faith, our ache, our moan, and our peace. Black man, the truth is, we need you.
Yes. Listen, y'all heard it here. And this is probably these are phenomenal poems, but not even touching what will be shared from the stage on May 6th. There are still tickets available to get a good seat to be able to see and feel like you can touch these ladies as they are sharing from their hearts. And I encourage you to go to brownmamas.com now, not later, and get your ticket because the show always sells out. I want to thank you, ladies, for being willing to share with me, for being open and sharing your hearts, and even more for being willing to share with the world your stories from the stage of the Brown Mama Monologues. I am looking forward to meeting and seeing you in person, giving you a big squeeze, and welcoming you into the Brown Mama Monologue sisterhood. If you have any last words that you would like to leave with the mamas that are with us this evening, the floor is yours.
Crystal?
Okay. I'm like, who's going? Who's going? Yes, please, please get your tickets. Come out and see us. It is 6 dynamic women, dynamic stories. You will be empowered. Um, I want all brown mamas and all mamas for that matter to know that your story is valid. How you feel is valid.
Mm,
Um, who you are today is valid. Okay.
yes.
And give yourself grace. Give yourself a pat on the back. Be courageous. Um, don't be silent. Tell your story. As another brown mama told me, you better tell your story for somebody else. Tell
Mhm.
it.
Right. And I have to echo with Crystal, come out. You will not regret it. It will be an experience that will change your life, we hope. But if
Yes.
nothing else, you have an amazing evening with amazing people. And we look forward, we have worked hard to put together a great performance for you and one that you will not soon forget.
Yes.
All right. Well, we hope you all have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing y'all on May 6th.
All
All
right.
right.
See
Thank you
y'all.
so much,
Thanks.
Tiffany. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tiffany. Appreciate you. See you, Janelle.
All right. See you.